Man, this Rice Krispie
Exclusive pre-release. Listen to Marrio, Esco, and Gil Vargas create for the creator. Whoop.
It's a sound of the police.
He's still a little blurred, my love, if you can. 3D houses.
Makes sense.
What is stream sniping? Liquid AI learns continuously from its experiences? Let me turn this mic down.
Streaming, no swiping.
More importantly, did the Weeknd kill this Super Bowl's halftime show? And Wande performs Wakande. I hope
That's crazy.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
For the Grammys. Buckle up.
Buckle up, mi
Here we
gente.
go.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left, till this flesh, till this past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this and that. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
Yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. And I am your host, Marrio. You guessed it. Y'all guessed it. Alongside me is my good friend and co-host, Gil Vargas.
Yo, what up?
You're in the house today, bro?
Stool, man. It's good to be in the stool.
Even though there was a snowstorm, so you learned from the last one and you were like, yo, you know what?
I bobbed and weaved this time. Every flake. I was like,
You were like, yo, you know what? Hold up. Let me get the chat. I see y'all. Hold up. I'm trying to. That's good, baby.
It was
Thank
like 1
you,
to
my
3
love.
inches. That's not bad.
Thank you, my love.
At least for us New Englanders,
Thank you for the
not
cafe
bad.
too, baby.
There's certain places in the world where 1
I
to
see
3
some of the
inches
chat.
is like the city shut down for 1 to 3 inches. For us New Englanders, that's like, you can go to the park.
Yo, Jay, were you commenting this whole time? Were you in the YouTube like, let's go? That was you.
Was it?
Yo, that was you. Oh, that's super dope, man. What up, bro? I see you in here. All right,
He
dope.
really
That's
was.
cool that I see the chat going on right here. I didn't even. All right, cool. It's
People were big mad over the weekend. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll chop it above. No special guest today. Shout out to our listeners. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yo.
GH3 Radio, 520 Radio, God's Music Radio,
Yeah.
SCM Radio, Redeem Project Radio. YouTube was good. Facebook, salute. Twitch, what up? Periscope. Now I set myself up for failure. Now I got to do one for.
Yep.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? Remix,
The Undershade
Productions.
Network. Órale.
Órale.
Godify. Mira. I'm running out of Spanish words. Yo, quick. I can't see
Ya
the
tú
chat.
sabes, ya tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean. What's
Peter Piper picked the
good?
peppers, yo.
Check out
All of them.
D2Lproductions.com. Please be sure to check out our website because we got new merch available, man.
Yo,
Let's play
for real.
that.
I'm so happy with this. Yo, you gotta have to show
That's
them.
celebration.
You're gonna have to show them the swag that you're wearing
Celebrate.
right now.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah. What am I doing? I got the.
That's how
What am I
Mario
doing?
forgot he
Yo, I
was
got the
wearing
cap
it.
on. 848. We'll talk a little bit about that. I got the shirt on. Let me can I
Yeah,
stand
I got the
up?
goja.
Can I stand up real quick?
I got the hat joint. You know what I'm saying?
I got the create.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, and the Fiesta Resistance. Yeah, the back.
Bang.
Cop
Flex
it.
on 'em.
It's hot.
Flex
It's fire.
on 'em.
It's good quality.
I got a flex on them.
Yeah, it's good quality. That's
Bang.
oh, he had to flex. No, don't
Got
do
a
that.
flex on them. Oh,
that's
sorry,
gross.
Gil. I'm
That's
sorry,
gross.
bro. My bad.
You don't want to flex with
flexing
God's.
right up on you, man. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I'm like feet, like
Flex
a couple
on
inches.
him. Gil's like,
I'm
hold
gonna
on a
flex
second.
on Gil. We're gonna get this sold. People are gonna buy it now. I'm flexing on Gil. Killing the game.
Yo. All right.
I guess
We got
take
laughter
the
in the
boys.
crowd today. Thank y'all. Thank you, guys.
But yeah, man,
And claps, too.
go to the store,
Love
peep
y'all.
the merch, buy the merch, support us. We love y'all.
Check out the merch. Yep. We'll talk about it. Create for the Creator 848. clothing collection that you can check out at d2lproductions.com. Join the email list, subscribe to the YouTube, check out our hotline. Guys, use the hotline.
Sometimes you got to flex on them to show
Say what up.
gains. The gain in weight. He said, show them gains.
I'm becoming
Yo, I gained like 3 or 4 pounds in my stomach.
becoming a fatty daddy.
That's officially the name of the show.
Yes!
I think that's a record.
Yes!
That's a record. The quickest.
Yes!
That is the quickest name of the show in history.
Thank you.
Daddy, daddy. Wow.
I'm a pro.
I'm a pro. Calm down.
All right, what was it?
Calm down.
What was it?
Okay.
I'm becoming a fatty daddy, bro. I don't, blame it on the pandemic, man.
I'm interested to see how you're going to do this graphic for this title.
Use the line, man. Hit up 774-243-0385. Call that number. Leave a prayer request. Say what's up.
Yep.
Say what you like, what you don't like. I don't know, man. Just call the line. Say what's up. I might even, we might even mess around, try to open it up tonight a little bit. In a little bit, right? All right.
I'm always down.
We'll see what's up. Call the line.
I'm always down.
Recap last episode. Episode 134, Pump and Dump. Talked about Wolf on Wall Street, Jordan Belfort.
Sounds so awkward.
Talking about the Robinhood trading platform to go out of
Dump?
business. Over the GameStop trading controversy. We talked about the new Nikes, the no-hand, innovative.
The no handies.
What?
Isn't that what they're called? Is that the cool way to call
Nah,
them?
bro.
No, I missed.
That's gone.
Damn, I missed.
That is out of here. That is out of here. Wait, hold on.
I was trying to be cool.
Hold on. Where is it?
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag. I'm not going to say it again.
No.
I realized my error.
Yes.
I realized
Thank
my
you.
error after replaying
Thank
it
you.
in my mind. I'm
Jimmy?
like,
let me look at the
meh.
chats. Brent was good. Jimmy was good. Frankie was good. Jay was good. Diamond Hands. Yo.
I am going to laugh tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Definitely going to laugh
That's
tomorrow.
why I put the. Never mind.
That is
We're
awesome.
exposed. Let's leave it. Yeah. We talked
Diamond
about
hands.
that.
Yep. Facts.
No hand. We talked about the demands, government demands Amazon for used data spiked by 800%
Crazy.
since last year. Talked about Fiverr, Pacifier, Fiverr, Zyzer, Pfizer.
What?
Expects to rake in sales of
It's
15
Pfizer,
billion
man. Pfizer.
for its COVID-19 vaccine this year alone, 2021. I guess that's good for business. I don't know. Isn't that good for the economy? I don't know.
What is?
15 billion from this.
That's good for their pockets. We ain't making 15 billion. They making 15 billion.
Oh man. Let's see.
So if anything, invest in their stocks
I'm
right
gonna do my
now.
best. Gil, are you on YouTube? It seems like everybody's on YouTube right now. All right, cool.
They should be on YouTube.
You help me out with the comments as I, prepare everything. And what else we taught? Fiverr. And then we shared AI, the anomaly, facts, and Legion, whatever this dude's name is. Sometimes feature music.
Oh, I'm guessing he didn't reach out to you and call
Legin. There you go.
Legend.
Legend.
I think it's legend. I feel like he chose a creative way to say legend without actually.
Oh, and you know what?
Legend.
I actually met somebody with the GIL, Jill. There are names pronounced with GIL as Jill.
Oh, so maybe that's why people keep.
That's why people were.
That.
Yeah, that's why.
Especially Spanish. Mostly Spanish people that went like Jill. I'm like, Jill?
Why Jill? Like,
where the heck do you see a J, my dude? Like, even in Spanish, it's not even used that way. Usually a G sounds like an H sometimes.
His Spanish class.
But anyway,
I
never understood Jill until now. I guess it is.
I forgot something, bro. All right, what's up with the comments? Let me see. It was good. Some put diamond hands up.
See, now that's a shirt.
What's Jay saying? Jay is the this dude's the investor, right? You guys buy game. What's that? What's he saying? Dollar
GME and AMC. I know AMC is probably a good one. That's going to be
stupid dummies right now.
No, because AMC is about to close down. So I think
AMC.
that's what he means.
Okay, that's what
they're probably going to go up because all these movies
he's
that
saying
are coming
stock.
out.
Is the dollar sign in the beginning like stock? Is that? This dude's using his freaking Excel sheet.
See, my dad's name is Gilbert, but they call him Gil.
Gil.
Yeah, because it
Gilbert.
says H. The G sounds like an H usually.
Okay.
Just like Gilberto. It's G, but
okay.
it sounds like an H. Weird.
Thanks, bro. They call me Juan.
But that's with a J. So we just mess up our letters, I guess.
No, it's just pronunciation, man. That's all it is.
It's like, it's a J. We should pronounce it. So if I put it in front of the UAN, it's Juan, not Juan. It's Juan. I don't know. That's weird to me.
Thanks, bro. Jill. So was it supposed to be Jill originally, or is it?
No, my mom made sure that the way she used it was Gilbert.
So
she didn't want them to write it in Spanish. Like she didn't even allow them to put an O in front of Gilbert.
Did you ever get Gilbert?
No, for some odd reason. No. If they saw the full name, they say
Gilbert.
Gilberto. They would just put the O automatically. I used to be like, no, it's actually Gilbert. But it was hilarious to watch Spanish people try to pronounce it. Gilbert? Gilbert? Gilberto. I'm like, no, don't revert back. Progress.
Keep moving forward.
Keep trying. It's Gilbert. Let's do it.
You're messed up. You're messed up for just watching them fumble through your name, and you're just like, yeah,
it's hilarious.
Come on.
But eventually they do get it.
You know how
they do get it. Eventually.
I'm not even gonna go into it.
But yeah,
for me, it's I got the first name. The I don't know if it's traditional, but I assume it is.
Yeah,
where you just get that first name. You know, like in my family line.
Yeah, you have that tradition, which is dope.
It's not like you know how they do junior? It's not junior. It's like it's supposed to be hyphenated almost, or like one name. It's supposed to be one name. So like,
you put the
Juan Marrio. It's supposed to be Juan Marrio.
Yeah,
Juan Marrio. That's how it's supposed to be. Juan Fernando. I can't even pronounce the names in Spanish.
That's gotta be tough.
Juan Fernando.
That's gotta be tough for the parents that has to incorporate the Juan in another name. Like, all right, so Juan,
like in school,
remember
because
what can we pair it with? Juan Tommy. Nope, doesn't work.
So what they did,
Juan Bobby.
They did when they came here, they were like, yo, it doesn't work that way. So they had to separate. So all right, Juan's his first name, Mario's the middle name. And so now I'm in school and they're like, Juan. And I'm like, I don't go by Juan. So I'm just chilling there. Like looking like a dummy. Like, do you know your own name? Like, Juan? Is Juan not here? I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking for Juan too. I'm like, where's Juan?
When you were younger.
Who's Juan, man?
Oh, you went by Marrio.
I went by Marrio, man. They done messed me up all kinds of ways. I was like,
that's crazy.
All right.
Well, it makes sense because in your family, if they're like Juan, 6 of you are going to be like,
yeah,
so they had to use something else.
Jimmy said, crazy thing is Brazilians pronounce R's like H.
R's like H?
So hat. Hat is rat. It's like,
look, that's a hat right there. It's like it's trapped in a
I got a hat like, running around.
How's that hat? That's a hat.
Yeah, that's a skit, bro. It's like I got a hat problem. Word.
I have a hat problem.
Word.
They're coming out of the walls. It's like, damn, I want that problem. I love hats. Can I have that problem? Can you infest my house with hats?
My house is infested with hats, man.
That sounds like an amazing problem to me.
So my name would be Marrio. Like Marrio.
Yeah. Marrio.
Marrio.
And mine would be Gilhurt. No, Gilbert. No, it would still be Gilbert, I guess, because the H would be silent. Gilbert? No, because the T's last. I don't know. How do you pronounce that with an H?
He said Gilbertha.
Gilbertha.
Yeah, this dude's out of it. Nah. All right, you want to get into our topics, bro? All right, you want to get how you want to line this up? You
okay, Brazilians say Roberto as Roberto or Rafael instead of Rafael.
Rafa.
You know, Mustafa.
Okay, thank you.
That's crazy.
Great.
I just learned something new, man.
Cool, man.
Languages
hey, only weird. On the Mario School Live, you know, you can.
It's funny because my wife will tell me things about English that she finds weird.
Yeah, like what?
Like right and right. How there's like the same word sounds the same.
Sounds the exact same.
But they're spelled differently. So she's like, why is English so complicated? And I'm like,
just have a different word.
I'm like, yo, Spanish ain't that much simpler. Like, there's weird words in Spanish too that I'm like,
can you believe that there's a community of people who are fighting against the whole, like the gender, how you call it? When you know how in the Spanish word, when you have a male, it's
It started with woman. You know, like I mean, amen, and then now they have a woman, and now it's going into other stuff.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They're really trying to make every single.
Who's trying to impose that? Is that the Spanish community? Because that's one thing if it's the Spanish community, but if it's like
I be hearing about these things in the news, like where does this stuff come from? That's wild. Like where did that guy who read that in an official meeting for political reasons, whatever, go and say amen and a woman? Like, what possessed him to feel that he had to say a woman right after? Like, dang it, I gotta respect.
Was that on the fly?
I hope it was, because that would make more sense.
Was he feeling the pressure?
That was planned,
hold on.
like when he was writing it,
that's how much we're programmed. Is that right when he said he was like, oh my goodness, I can't forget the woman. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So if he was literally writing it, like,
this dude,
or typing it and writing it, he was like, oh, they're gonna love this. Amen.
Them's wild.
Hey, Tracy, check this out.
Yo,
check this out. Amen. A
woman.
Tell me we're not here right now. Tell me we're not here right now, Tracy.
This is
I'm including you. Do you not see?
Is that a banger? Like bet everything on that one? Like this is it. Trust me.
Watch what the women are gonna say when I say this one.
You got all the businessmen printing the gear, the hats, the merch, like like this is the one. This is gonna be the one that takes off.
It's ridiculous.
Yo, what's the deal?
Hold
up, this is a great segue into a dope convo. Thank you. This is natural. So you were just watching a homeboy that was saying, I'm a Christian, I'm well studied. What's his name? Shout out
Brandon
to
Tatum.
Who was covering it though? Do we know?
It's shows called like Wado, but it's not Wado. I don't want to correct.
Yeah, Jimmy knows.
Wado.
You know, Jimmy's gonna know.
WHADDO, Wado. I don't know, but you go on that, and he basically addresses a comment that was first put on his profile. It was a comment made on his profile saying, like, you know, telling people about the Trinity and how people don't, you know, people actually believe the Trinity, but it's not real. It's not taught in the Bible, you know, stuff like that. This is Brandon Tatum made this comment. So then this guy wanted to learn about him, so he researched.
Okay, to be fair, let me shout out Ruslan.
Yeah, Ruslan.
Let me shout out Ruslan because I saw the tweet that came from Ruslan first, caught my eye. Then I saw Lecrae actually commented in on the feed, and he was like, "Yo, this is kind of wild," because I think was it the same dude that was it him that was saying don't listen to Lecrae, or how was that? How did that tie in?
Brandon Tatum did say that, yeah. That
the guy that he was talking about said don't listen to Lecrae.
No, he covered the video of that guy Bryson.
And
he was like,
D Nice. We gotta show some love to D Nice, bro. What do we do here?
I did. So what up, dude?
What up, brother, man? We love you. I don't know. I'm figuring out the sounds. But go ahead.
He gave you a power up.
So this was somebody who mentioned something about Lecrae as well.
No, I think he just covered the video, the Bryson video, when that thing went viral. Like he covered it.
Who? Oh, the same dude.
Yeah, and he was agreeing. He was agreeing.
Wait a minute. So is Ruslan disagreeing with homeboy?
He's disagreeing with. Well, actually, he didn't really say his.
He didn't clarify his
view.
Point. Yeah,
like his point. He just said, "I can't wait to hear how." But he
did say he wants homeboy on his show. The dude you're referring to, yes, Brandon Tatum.
Yeah, I think it would be a dope
on Ruslan's show.
Yeah, for him to cover it, like, and ask him questions directly. Especially if you guys watch the video that we're talking about, where he addresses Brandon on his theology, and you know, because he goes and finds a video where he spends literally, he said, close to 3 hours, talking about why he thinks Jesus is not God. Like he says, no, the Trinity thing is not real. Blah blah blah. The Bible doesn't teach it. There's no reference of anything
Brandon Tatum.
Jesus saying that Christ is God. Like there's nothing in the Bible that supports that. So this guy with Wado guy, he kind of just destroys all his arguments. Well, most of it, because it's 3 hours long. There's no possible way he's going to cover 3 hours. But he kind of summarizes the biggest chunks of the belief and dismantles it. And I highly recommend you guys check that out. I'm sure we could probably put the
But
link.
the dude, it was kind of wild because homeboy was saying, "Oh, let me put my name tag up properly."
Oh yeah, because people don't know your name.
Hold up, I'm like turning on the lines too.
Yeah, Brandon Tatum is an ex-cop. Yep. He's a MAGA influencer. He's super
So when did he start talking? Is this the first time this dude, Brandon Tatum, started talking about his faith?
Well, he commented on this guy, the one that dismantled his whole thing. He made a comment on his page because he was talking about the Trinity.
Okay, gotcha.
And the comment was, yo, some people believe that this is actually real when it's not, and it's not talked about in the Bible. It's nowhere to be found. Jesus never referred to himself, stuff like that. So that caused him to now research Brandon Tatum and be like, yo, I thought he was a Christian. Like, I've watched his videos. I've followed his stuff. Like, why is he saying this? Like, that's a core Christian belief that Christians believe that Christ is God. Like, that is like as basic as you can get with most Christians. And so he addressed it. He literally went scripture for scripture on every single claim that he made, stuff like that. His disciples never referred to him as God, which was proven to be false. It is in the Bible. Stuff like, nobody ever addressed him like if he was a God. It was also proven that that's not the case. So he just went down the line. And then,
so he's saying all this stuff, and then here comes homeboy, shout out to, we don't know his name properly. So
Brandon Tatum?
The guy who was covering it. So shout out to homeboy. I don't know if we can find the link or what, but this is not even on the topics. This is just like a dope, something that came to mind that I saw real quick. So we're just talking about it, but we got a few things that are on the topics. His channel is called
What Do You Mean?
Ain't one of them.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Okay.
But it's WHADDO.
Thank you, Jimmy.
The U and then
shout
meme.
Out to Jimmy.
Like, so he's not saying what do you mean? He's saying what do you meme? Like a meme.
Yep.
And that's his Twitter.
So was he like an apologist? So he breaks down certain people's beliefs and sort of like.
I'm not sure who he is. This is the first time I got put onto him. But just a quick glance of what
Brandon.
I see. No, the what do you mean guy? He's the one that addressed Brandon Tatum.
Okay.
After he commented.
Just a quick glance. You think he's solid?
It looks like he's a Christian, kind of polity. I mean, like politics. Yeah.
Politics too.
No, it is kind of apologetics.
Okay,
because he's
trying to say two words at once. I'm trying I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
You're trying to help me, and I'm messing you up. I'm messing myself up. This is not one of my best ones. Okay, it's not one of my best descriptions. I own it.
Okay, wait. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's slow
I
up.
give myself a D minus. Okay,
let's stop. Let's slow walk this.
So yes,
all right. Wait.
He's apologetic.
Pause.
Apologetic.
Pause.
If that's even the word.
Brandon Tatum, ex-cop.
Yep. Conservative,
Republican,
Trump supporter,
political
MAGA,
all day.
Yep.
All of a sudden goes from politics to sharing his faith.
Yep.
Saying,
but he
God
also claims
Jesus is not God. That's what he's saying.
He also claimed that before he was doing these politics and he became famous with the politics stuff, that he used to talk about religious things.
Oh, so he got some stuff. He knows some stuff.
Yeah, he says he knows.
I seen a little bit of the snippets, and he was saying, yo, I know some things. You ain't talking to no rookie. Yep. I'm like, yo, basic 101. Like, you just trampling over like the most fundamental part of Christianity.
Yeah, that's the
like
part that
Christian. Why don't these people like just submit to Christ, man? Like, just Christian.
Or don't speak on it.
Disciple of Christ. Like, what do you think the importance of Christ is, bro? Sometimes I see this like, okay, I was brought up sorta Catholic, sorta. Yeah. To be fair, I wasn't like, some kind of choir. I don't know how I wasn't like an altar boy or whatever. I wasn't a saint, all right? But it was more so like, Christmas, Easter type thing. Whenever there was a holiday, we would go, and that's when we would, celebrate some kind of faith.
Yeah.
Depending on what the Catholic traditions were. Ash Wednesday, whatever, that kind of stuff. And it was just mainly a following of traditions where you didn't really think of the importance or really just what am I trying to say? The importance of who Christ is as a person. Christ really just becomes a member of this bigger like book of superheroes almost. Like,
Yeah.
all right, there's Jesus, there's Mary, there's David and Goliath, and there's like Jesus, like he almost becomes like the same character, just another character of the Bible.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, the entire Bible is focused on the story of Christ.
That to me, when
It's
I heard
all
that,
about Jesus.
I was like, it's crazy to me that he was so bold to say it. And he said it in a way like a matter of fact. Like, you're dumb if you believe anything otherwise. And it's like, dude, even a person who doesn't know anything about the Bible, who's not Christian, will tell you that Christians believe that Jesus Christ is a savior. How could you be a savior of mankind? Like,
facts
of all people. Yet you're just a dude? Like, you're just a regular guy? It's because he's saying he's not God. So that means he's a sinner.
It's almost what's the
He's a sinner just like me. So how the heck is a person who's a regular sinner like me gonna cover the multitude of sins of the world?
Yeah.
Just that alone, an unbeliever knows that. Like, yeah, he claims to be the bearer of all sin. You can't dumb that down to a regular human being. That's like 101. So it's kind of weird. It's like, I know my stuff.
I'll tell you this. If you hear a sermon, right, and it doesn't point to Christ, for me, red flags.
Facts.
I don't care where you are in the Bible. I don't care if you're in the Old Testament.
Which makes me wonder, what church did he go to?
Yo, I don't care. You pick a verse, pick a scripture, pick something to study. And if that sermon, I'm talking sermon. I'm not talking about like, the side subjects, you could study up and on. Actually, this is a dope book I'm reading, by the way. The Unseen Realm.
Ooh,
should I share this with people? No, this is not a sponsor or anything like that. It's actually a group of us that are going through this book called The Unseen Realm.
It's pretty
dope. Michael S.
As the guy
Heiser
puts it in the book, it's definitely a lot of mind grenades. I highly recommend.
Yeah, so it gets in deep. It's for me so far. I mean, we're going through the book. With discernment.
I'll summarize it like this.
So
the way he writes this book is he kind of gives you an insight to reading the Bible as if you understood Hebrew.
Yeah.
Because you talk to anybody who knows Hebrew and Aramaic, like who knows those languages, like went to college and studied it, they'll even tell you that when they read the Bible, it's like they're watching
book club alert.
Yo, for real.
Facts.
Next week is the Tupperware Club.
Next week, Tupperware. Paint night. No. We're gonna do a Marrio Esco live paint night.
Why not?
All the men are gonna get together, drink some wine.
Yo, that would actually be dope. Sam, you can lead
we're gonna play.
Tell us how to paint it.
We're gonna play Create for the Creator.
And at the end of the show, we'll present what we came up with.
How about that?
We'll paint what you paint.
We are like going in on this subject that's not even on the doc too, man.
Facts.
Like but it's dope. It's dope conversation, man.
But yeah, it's a dope book. Check it out. But
check it out.
It's like you're watching it through the eyes of an actual Hebrew in the Bible, without you having
and not some weird Hebrew Israelite stuff either.
No.
It's
like
more
an
so
actual Hebrew that was there.
You know
at that time.
How they say the proper hermeneutics is for you to study the word according to who it's written, who it's written by, who it's written to, the time that it was written in, the culture, the mannerisms of that culture. Even I mean, if you want to go real deep,
the history,
the history of that culture in that time. And then also, if you want to even go deeper, you can start reading the original manuscripts. I mean, this is like all available to you, by the way, if you guys were really hungry to really dive in and to know the word like that. They have Logos. There's a website called Logos, or a software that's called Logos. It gives you all the maps, gives you all the information. I mean, if you really want to dive in and study your master, you can do that.
But just to let y'all know, Logos is a subscription. It's like $100 a month or something crazy like that.
But anyway, so the whole thing is like you come to learn that all scripture, right? Going back to the subject, let's bring it back. All scripture points to Christ. So as soon as they start attacking the person of Christ, dude, red flags automatic. Like, nah, I don't need to defend what my entire faith is built upon. the cornerstone, the corner rock. Like you know what I'm saying? Like my entire faith is built upon Christ, man. He is the Son of God. He is, you know, the one to bear the sins of the world, man, and appease the wrath of God. Perfect. He is. If without him, I mean, I wouldn't be continuously going to church, bro. I don't want to go to church to hear you didn't follow this right, you didn't follow that right, you didn't do this right, bro. I've been struggling my whole life trying to do things right.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to. I know where I struggle. I know where I'm weak. I don't need to be beat up while I'm weak. I don't need to be beat up while I'm on the ground, barely reaching up. Like, yo, I'm looking for some bread to eat. I'm looking for some crumbs, just something, man. And I don't need to. Oh, look at him down there struggling in his faith. Oh, beneath me, and kick the dirt in my feet while I'm struggling on the ground. That's how we're supposed to be.
Nah.
Like, dude, when you're in war, think about this. This is supposed to be warfare. This is supposed to be battle. So, all right, let's use the analogy. We in battle. We soldiers on the same team. I run out like a dummy because I made a mistake. My bad. I didn't know it was not time to run out. Ran out ahead of myself. Boom, boom, boom. I fall to the ground like, And you're like, you the dummy that ran out there. Peace. Like, and you just leave me stranded, or you go out there and try to get your dude back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You pull up to him and be like, man, you dumb. Look at you.
You stupid, dude. Like,
all shot up, acting like you're a superhero. Look at you, looking all dumb.
I mean, there comes a time where you got to
That's literally what people do. Instead of like helping, they criticize. Like,
yeah,
it's because you weren't walking right, and because you.
I mean, you gotta smack. You gotta like, you know, like you see how Christ handled his disciples, bro. He was like, yo, you can't even stay awake with me for even an hour. Like, wake up! Like, what's wrong with you, man? The spirit is willing, the body is weak.
But at the same time, it wasn't just demolishing. He was uplifting them, like he was checking them.
It was a check.
It was like to uplift them and build them up. It wasn't just look at you, you pathetic losers who just can't even. You can't stay awake for 5 minutes. You're a bunch of losers. Like he wasn't belittling them. He was just like, yo, man.
Yeah. The ones that he was really coming at, and even like the time when who was it, Peter, who not denied him, the one who said no, I won't deny you, I won't deny. Oh no, Lord forbid you from going to get crucified. And then he turned to him and he said to get behind me, Satan.
That's crazy.
So that was a check too. That was a moment where it was like, what, throw me off a little bit, like what? But it was made to say, yo, think about what you're saying. That was a sting. That was like yo, think about what you said. You're leaving yourself open right here.
Yep.
You know, but it was meant to teach, bro. He was the master. Those are the disciples. Bang, you left yourself open right there. What happened? Don't sleep. Boom. Okay. You know, keep your elbows down. Stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep your elbows down.
I feel like it's dope, but at the same time, it's kind of disrespectful.
Make sure you hide the chin.
Because I'm thinking of Jesus like boxing. Disciples, like, keep your hands up.
All right, yo.
Keep your hands up.
All right, so why don't we get off that note and say, yo, shout out, because it's not even on the doc, but shout out to Christian hip hop, man. We got Wande performing for the Grammys.
For real.
That's what's up.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Reach, Lecrae.
That's big news.
People over there doing their thing. You see the video?
Yeah, I did.
You see the performance?
Yeah.
So was that like a Zoom performance, like a?
It looked like to
virtual performance.
To me, it looked like it was a dope setup to create some sort of, like, you know how the trends with TikTok and all that. So the dances were real simple, something that you could easily do.
Bro, you know what we got to do from now on? Because I truly was entertained when you were watching the video of her performance. Like we got to do like a Patreon where we do like a recording.
So you get to see the real live
here's
critique.
The live
if you guys are interested in actual...
Gil was sitting there like a grumpy old Republican looking at the performance like, what is this young lady doing?
You know why? Because
what are these young whippersnappers up to nowadays?
I know we living in a world right now where video, like content don't need to make sense, and it could just be whatever, and the song kind of just carries it. So I'm still having a hard time with that.
Oh, I was going to say you didn't have glasses on, but you did because I could picture you. You were like this.
I did have my glasses on actually.
Like, what is this?
But you saw this. You saw
what is this? Angry face, you know, like the old dude who's reading the newspaper, just always, you know.
First of all, we ain't even that old.
All right, my bad. Like
in our 30s.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, you saw the performance. It was
cool. Like, you know what I mean? It
was edited.
Definitely edited. I mean, that was supposed to be the performance at the show.
It felt like a live performance type feel.
I thought it was the music video.
But it was a music video.
Because it was shot like a music video.
Exactly.
I'm confused. The video I saw looked like a music video. It didn't look like it was a show at the Grammys. Like, those... I mean,
was
unless it was like maybe because it's the Grammys, they probably did it virtual.
Yeah, but it was shot and edited. So you think somebody was editing like on the fly? Because she was on the floor one time, like,
yeah,
like walking around.
Like, there was but then again, I mean,
like,
you saw how the Super Bowl was with the Weeknd. It looked like it was edited too, and that thing was live.
That dude was at 3 different locations at the same,
dude,
time.
Did he just descend?
How did he? All right, shout out to Wande. We'll go there. Shout out to what was where we at? DMX. Okay, DMX does a track with what's his name? Mike Servin and Curtis Hoppy. These names, dude, I swear.
I'm just gonna apologize in advance if you're the artist.
Somebody needs to create a database with like sounds like for these names for all these artists.
It's like an Alexa database.
Like, please get on that. some CHH.
How do you pronounce this artist?
Some CHH geek get on that, please. How do you say these names? Do me a favor.
Easy. It's Leggin.
So
like,
yeah.
Oh shoot, we were right.
Mike Servin is the dude that's like, Jesus Christ! The guy that be yelling the Jesus Christ!
That dude's awesome.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is it... You almost when you hear it, you're like, whoa, is somebody cussing? Like, somebody using my names, my Lord's name in vain?
I don't feel that way because as soon as he finishes...
Like,
as soon as he finishes saying it like sometimes 3 or 4 times...
No, sometimes you catch him. Like, he kicked his car. Wait a minute, Mike. Wait.
But the thing is, like, look.
Wait a minute, Mike.
He soothes you.
You were angry there.
The moment you think he's mad, he soothes you.
Jesus Christ. And he kicks it. Wait a minute, Mike.
But he starts pop locking right after.
We got you, brother.
It's like he soothes you. The moment you think he's mad, he looks and he's like, Jesus Christ.
That's a cop out. No, don't do that. Jesus Christ! Don't do that!
Oh, this dude is actually killing it.
That's how it was birthed.
For real. I'm like, oh, this guy's upset. And then I look at him. He's like, not upset at all. He's pop locking. He's like, Jesus Christ!
I didn't even know I could do this. A pastor was like, wow, that man is fired up for the Lord. It was like,
for real.
Bring that young man over here.
He's electrifying.
Are you a Christian hip hop rapper? Like. All right.
And at that point, he's answering him, but he thinks he's still saying, Jesus Christ!
Shout out to CHH.
I ain't no rapper.
No,
I'm a pop blocker.
He had to check himself.
Like, wait a minute, that's using the Lord's name in vain.
That whole entire part to some right now. We just lost mad people.
Probably. I'm sorry, I apologize.
They dancing or doing, what are you saying? Calisthenics? Are they dancing or doing calisthenics?
I don't pop lock like he does, man. I probably look like I'm doing calisthenics.
He's doing the vogue. You see where Gil goes to right away? He just started voguing right away.
That's how it feels, okay? I don't know.
All right, so shout out to that, man. That's what's up. We'll do some hand claps.
Maybe that's why I say Jesus Christ.
What else for
like an Egyptian?
What else for CHH? What else we got for CHH? I don't know. I didn't get anything up in here.
Are we CHH?
Oh, I seen Lecrae share this little video here about Trump. Matter of fact, and then we'll jump into a track right after this. But let's play this and chop it up a little bit.
In fact, a catastrophe for Christianity.
Well, I have to laugh. President Trump was the best thing to happen to the Christian church in America since maybe Jesus. So,
whoa,
yeah, that's ridiculous. I read the article. I thought, if it weren't, I don't know. I didn't know if he actually believed the things he was saying, but he is not in touch with what the evangelical church thinks at all.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think? Thoughts? Thoughts and opinions?
Well, I mean, I heard about that, but it was like a Babylon Bee thing. Like, he never actually said that he was like the savior or
Thoughts and
opinions? I actually looked that up. I was like,
Trump was the best thing that ever happened since Jesus Christ. Like.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say that. I wouldn't say that. I don't say that.
Yo, that's very tricky. It gets kind of tricky sometimes because you got people that are conservative, that have those kinds of values, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of discernment, right? And then, certain things that you agree with, right? But then it starts leading toward faith and hope in a system, and it's like, nah, man, it's like people desire so badly for you to represent a side.
Yeah.
And if you don't represent a side, shame on you.
Facts.
That's what it is. It's like you are forced. You must choose a side.
I understand like knowing your laws
done.
And knowing your rights and policies and all that, but lately with the politics, it's just become more than just knowing your policies and knowing that. Now it's about I need to know your side so I could dictate what kind of person you are. And it's like, when did it become about the person's character?
Facts.
Based on who they follow? Like, politics has been around forever. This is just now. But back when Kennedy and all these other presidents, you didn't see like this kind of divide where people are like, oh, you're voting for Kennedy? Oh, you're that kind of person. Like, when did that become that?
Facts.
It's crazy. Like, I get it. I get some people's points in regards to like Christianity and like, yo, I don't know how a Christian could support Democrat side with all the things that they're doing. I get those points. I get all of it. But that doesn't mean you treat the person any less. The person.
Facts.
Yes, you want to correct the view if you know that it's wrong, and you scripturally and all that, and then also in the form of encouragement, don't make them feel stupid. But it's just become so like, I don't know, man. It's just creating enemies, divide, like families are not talking to each other because they found out they support a certain candidate over the other one that they didn't support. It's like, relax. You realize the world is still going to turn.
Right.
I know a lot of people who are upset with the winner who turned out to be president now. But does that mean now you don't live? Like, I still got to go to work.
Yeah.
I still got to do my thing. I'm still going to see the same people over and over. So why create enemies for something that the world is going to continue, whether who sits in that office? Whether Trump won a second term or Biden won this one, didn't matter. People are still going to be the same thing the next day. The very next day.
Yeah.
But now what do you do for all those people that you alienated over politics?
Facts.
Over politics.
Bro, it's a very, like, I think, yes, act. Like, we've been preaching act. That's been the thing. Act upon your beliefs. Act upon your beliefs. And we've done it so much that we kind of dumbed down the power of prayer. And like prayer is like shameful to do now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we're commanded to pray.
Yo, for real.
We're commanded to cast our burdens before the Lord. We're commanded to go to him in prayer. That's what he desires for us to do. So we've been preaching so much act that I think act has been taken, a role of more importance than prayer, than going to the Lord. And if you look at the example in the Bible, like look at David, before David made moves, all his moves were blessed because he inquired of the Lord before any decision was made.
Yeah.
He always inquired of the Lord. The moment that he didn't inquire of the Lord is the moment that he was led astray by his own heart. But he inquired of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So that there's power in prayer, there's power in silence too, man. There's power in just minding your own business and going to the Lord and feeding yourself what you need to be equipped to go out there and be effective.
Yep.
And we kind of downplay that because we've been preaching, get out there and go get it and victory. And it's just like, yo, sometimes you need to take a step back and just like,
That's what I mean. Like, especially for Christians, we'll
get into our track too in a few, man.
We serve a God who provides. We serve a God.
If you want to share the show now, you can do so now. We're gonna jump right after this convo. We'll jump into the track, and then after the track, we'll talk a little bit about Create for the Creator, what inspired it, what's coming up, and then we'll finish up with some of our topics, and then we'll take it from there. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, we serve. We like forget that God provides. He saves. He protects. You know what I mean? Like. You forget that, and then we go into this like world view of whatever happens in the world, I'm going to be affected. It's like, yeah, you're going to be affected, but it's all within the means of what God allows. Trust God, seek God, do the things that you can do to try to affect change if you're able, so that way you have that responsibility met. So like, voting and understanding the laws and, whatever, attending meetings, council meetings, if you can, all those things. I applaud all those people who love doing those things. That's the only way you can see change. You got to try. If it doesn't happen, though, don't allow it to affect your life. We've had bad presidents before. Many would agree that our last president was horrible. Guess what? You still survived. You didn't die. And now certain people think our current president is bad. Okay, well, guess what? In 4 years, I'm still going to be here, Lord willing. Unless Lord decides to take me, regardless who sits up there, I'm going to be right here. And the only thing I'm left with is myself.
Amen, bro.
And how do you take care of yourself? Coming to God, prayer, serving other people. Seeking to better yourself so that you can serve other people. That's all you have.
Yeah. All the man has
At the
is
end of
work.
the day, that's all you have. After you've gone on your rants and said all the stuff you said, whatever side you're on,
Comic Crusaders.
the next day still came and went.
What up, brother?
Nobody even probably remembers the comments that you made yesterday about whatever political figure you were about.
I can't even remember what you just said 2 seconds ago.
I know. We're literally seeing.
Just kidding, man.
We're literally seeing how you should respond to politics.
No, this is.
I was like, yo, I'm trying to talk about this real stuff, and Mario's like,
what he say? Live to serve, amen, bro.
That's how y'all need to do it. You just saw the example here on Mario Esco Live. Mario didn't give 2 cents about anything that I had to say.
We're about to share this track, man. Exclusive premiere. Listen to Create for the Creator. I'm letting Gil go off on no, super dope, by the way.
Oh,
no,
super.
No,
yeah, impact.
I'm being for real.
You are so impacted by everything I said that you can't even remember it.
No, I remember what you said.
Of course you do. That's how impactful. It changed your soul that it went from one ear, washed your brain, and came right out the other.
Basically, to conclude everything that you were just saying, what you're saying is, don't let politics take over your life.
Jesus Christ!
Right? Am I off?
I need some. We need breakdance music.
Am I off? Shabba!
You need a button. You need a button that
preach, Gil. Yo, Jay said preach. Yo, time out. Jay said preach. Yo,
we need that.
Jay said preach, Gil. Preach, Gil.
At least somebody.
D Nice was
at least somebody listen.
Gil was in his preaching bag, bro. You preached before though, right? Like you were.
I never.
You did stand up.
I've done
stand-up
like
comedy.
Class.
You did like class.
Yeah, like I've taught like a Bible study, but not like a preach. You, on the other hand, have preached.
All right,
and it's recorded.
We're gonna get into.
It is recorded.
Hit that like button. Thank you. Yo, facts. Hit that like button.
Yo, for real. And
hit
share
that
the
X.
show.
I know how it works.
So much so that I
hit that X on that phone, so that way you can see that like button. Then you hit that like button. Then you can hit that live chat, and then you go back in the chat and talk. There you go.
All right, cool. Gil was like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Bro, yo, wow, that's pretty spot on.
Facts.
Wow,
that's actually my favorite actor.
Yeah,
so that's a compliment.
That is pretty. This dude be watching just like the bloopers of this dude. Like,
I love him.
If there was a movie of the bloopers, Gil would go to that movie.
Zeus's beard. Dude is a legend. He's a legend.
All right, so what do you think, man? Time to share.
You guys ready? So once again,
check
also
out the merch socials. Let's give it. Y'all check out the merch.
Is fire.
Real quick. It's a blurred there, Gil.
There we go.
That's all right.
There we go.
848
to get it.
That's the collection that we're doing for this year right now. 848. The concept is Create for the Creator. And we're just banging out singles, man. I mean, just like we told y'all,
we're having fun. I'm having fun.
You know, we're in a position right now where we started the show about like 2.5 years ago. And since then, it just took on a life of its own. We built all these partnerships, and it really just became such a dope experience for us to really get to know CHH as a whole, to get introduced to others that are doing the same kind of content we're doing, and just to grow, bro, in our understanding of what this means, bro. Because
let's drop the track and we could talk about it after.
You want to just drop the track? I'm buying time for people to share the show right now. That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing? Oh, okay.
I'm buying time so everyone like, yo,
shoot a thumbs up if you share the show.
Drop that heat, bro.
Put a thumbs up if you share the show so at least Mario can see if there's at least 2 or 3.
I can't see the thumbs up because I'm on Restream, but
I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I got a couple skulls, so did that mean this killed you?
He's like, share the day track. All right, here's 848. Here's the first track.
New Jersey, stand up. Don't be confusing people.
New Jersey too,
Jay,
man. Yo, Christians,
but do shout out to New Jersey.
Christian creators. This is for everybody, man. Jersey. This is for, you know.
Yeah, man.
You're 8 years old.
Yo,
you got a 4-year-old. You got an 8-year-old. You got a whatever numbers fit.
Is this your anniversary?
That's what it is. You were 8 at one time. Yep. You were 4 at one time. Hey,
and you were 8 again somehow.
You create something, right? Like, yo, you got kids.
If you got kids, you created something for the creator.
You got debt. You created debt. So,
but that's not for the creator.
We all identify.
You can't create debt for God. He's like, yo, I went debt.
Create for the creator.
For Jesus. He's like, y'all bought 2 cars. I bought 2 cars for no reason. Why?
Bro.
For Jesus.
This dude.
Praise the Lord.
Jesus Christ! What?
Jesus Christ! Just kidding. I need to hire that guy.
What happened? My business. No. I'm
gonna hire that guy.
All right, man. Here we go, man. Here is Create for the Creator. Marrio, Esco, Gil Vargas.
I create for the creator. I could care less about a hater. Somebody turn up the fader. Tune in the mouth, see you later. Don't bother wasting my time, yeah. His word is consuming my mind, yeah. Do me a favor, listen to Waver. I got the truth in my soul. Step in the booth, let it go. I don't care who doesn't know. Demons united, the word that can fight it. Recite it, excited, then losing control. Watch them all fall down. One at a time till they're all down. Your idols are deaf, don't hold your breath. Who do you call now? No one but I'm gonna show him. The Lord hope you know him. He's coming with vengeance and wrath. Lo and behold, what I'm sowing is gold for your soul. If you know your repentance will last. God is so good when you mention him gas. Full of his word, no, my engine will last. Worth more than money, it's not even funny. But dummies, I'm mocking, pretending to last. I create for the creator. I could care less about a hater. Somebody turn up the fader. Tune in the mouth, see you later. Don't bother wasting my time, yeah. His word is consuming my mind, yeah. Do me a favor, listen to Waver. Give me the tools, I'm in the bills, I'm gonna serve you. You got the juice, there's no one that presses my heart like you. Give me the proof, I'm gonna spread your name cause you're the truth. I'm a creator cause you're my creator. My God is greater so I create for you. Why don't we go to the world when we think about creativity? Cause there's no one that can duplicate all the things that you done for me. My God created the world, my God created the world, but you seem to forget it. Keep going, you'll regret it. The seas, the stars, the mountains, the air I breathe, yeah. The family, the church, and love is all that I need, yeah. All I can see is creation. How can you see evolution? The proof is when you're looking, can't see another solution. No matter my life, I'm still your handiwork. My sin, your blood, cover me with word. Your plan, your will, your majesty. You created all for me, a part of your sovereignty. Give me the tools, I'm in the bills, I'm gonna serve you. You got the juice, there's no one that presses my heart like you. Give me the proof, I'm gonna spread your name cause you're the truth. I'm a creator cause you're my creator. My God is greater so I create for you.
There you go. Create for the creator. Shout out to Marrio, Esco, Gil Vargas. No.
I had fun right now, man.
Shout out to y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the track, man. Hope you guys were blessed by that.
We haven't done a song like in a long time, so that actually was refreshing. Like just to get back in the booth and create something completely different than what I've ever done.
Thank you, Fire is Fire. Thank you, guys. So it's a new sound, man. We'll talk a little bit about it right now. You guys heard, some of you guys are familiar with Feeling Like Grass. It's something I keep bringing up because it's really the only single that, one of the newest. Now we got, more music lined up, but Feeling Like Grass was really the thing that kind of like opened the doorway to a new sound, a new direction. Experimenting with the plugins, because I went to school for audio production, so I do some audio engineering as well, mixing, mastering, stuff like that. And as an artist, I just learned that, for one, you need to have money in order to make any kind of music. So you had to invest in yourself. If you don't got a producer, you got to become the producer. You don't got a videographer, you got to become the videographer. You don't got a manager, you got to become the manager. So on and so forth. And, I dabbled a little bit with production, stuff like that. Me and Gil have been doing music for a minute. Yeah. So we already been, vibing together. We had a death2lifeproductions.com at one point. Mm-hmm. And then we had something similar. We have a D2L productions.com now, but originally we did have a death2lifeproductions.com. Yep. Now it's D2L, so don't get confused. But we started a similar type of thing where we were doing Theology 24, it was called.
Yep. And we were going off of a book.
Yeah, we were kind of like studying. We were like really like studying up, and since then we went on this whole you ended up going, just life happened in between, and I kept pursuing the music. You kind of were dealing with things on the side, and that's when I got with Wrath and Grace and started doing the Spiritually Deads and stuff like that. And come full circle, we started the show. And then it came a point in time where Gil was already hinting at you were already hinting at that longing to get back in the booth and sing.
Yeah, man.
You were already sharing that, and I was kind of being worked on because I thought I was on my way to becoming a superstar. I was like, I thought I had a Netflix deal in the bag. I'm like, I got, we got connected with a TV.
But there was a lot of things happening.
There were a lot of things.
Just you
things were like, things were in the works, and I was like, we were about to do some things, man. I really thought that we were really gonna produce a film, the whole nine, dude. That whole experience was crazy, and I'll leave that story for another time. But it was like on its way, it was like on its way to becoming, something crazy. So, and then the Lord just started working on me, boom, boom, boom. The reality of my situation, learning about who I am as a person, because the only thing I knew was art. That's really like the only thing that I really knew that I was good at or that felt good or whatever the case is. I don't know what it is, but it's this thing that I naturally gravitate to that thing to give me whatever it blesses me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like I get to search my heart. I get to search and battle with these words and be creative in this other universe. So anyway, so now the Lord's breaking me down, dude, and all that ambition is gone. You're longing to create, and I'm just like, let's get back. And then I do Feeling Like Grass, and you're like, and now you want to get in the booth, and I'm like, why don't we do this thing? We got the show, you know what I'm saying? We got our people rocking with us. Like, let's get together, let's bless the people, let's get back and pace ourselves, man. Let's enjoy the process and not do this for the bag. But if the bag is there, I mean, praise God. But let's not do this for the bag. Let's do this simply to honor God with our time. And really everything has fallen into that space. The show has fallen into that space. Music.
We've how can I explain this? A lot of artists, right? And most people would agree that
Jimmy, I see you.
After they've been out for years, like after they've been out for a long time, their content starts to dwindle. And the reason why it starts to dwindle is because they've run out of things to talk about. Their life is just, there are no problems, there's no pain. So they just have difficulty creating the same level of emotion that they did when they first started. A lot of people say that about Eminem, Justin Timberlake. I've heard those comments many times. what I found is that the reason for this, in my opinion, is that their goal is always to one up themselves to please the people. Like they want to one up the last album because they want to please the listeners. Like I want to please them. I want to please them. I want to please them. So much so that they lose
the substance.
Yeah, and the artistic ability. So with this, because we tore away from I want to get the bag, I want to get the bag.
Yeah,
I want to create something that everybody wants to pay for. I want them to pay for this. This is definitely something that they're gonna want to pay for. And we struggled so much with creating something that sounded good, that we lost the artist side of it. And it was kind of empty. It was like a shell. Like it was good to hear. We used to get, oh, that's a cool track. Oh, that's a dope track. Oh, man, I really like how you sound on that. Oh, I like the approach you did on this beat. But it wasn't like, yo, this song, bro, I sat with this song. I've only had a few of those. I do have, and I know you do too. Certain songs from the past that people are like, oh, bro, this song I really sat with. But for the most part, it was always just, hey, that's cool.
I think for me, it was more so. For me, it was more so me. It was like I was in my own head. There was like this wall that I thought the louder, and then it's also educating yourself with the basics, like stuff you don't think about. You don't think about mic placement. I started thinking excellency. So when I step in the booth, I don't rely, like, you don't want to rely on plugins when you get in the booth. All right, creative tip. You don't want to rely on the plugins when you get in the booth, but you do want to use them as, I think I said this before, as parts of your armor, parts of your of your outfit. That's fine. Know what I mean?
Not everybody's listening.
So for the creatives, creative tip is just, you want to perform. It starts in the booth, literally. Yeah. If you don't make it sound good when you play back in your ears from the moment that you record, and it don't sound dope, then you got to keep doing it until it sounds dope.
Yeah.
That means your tone might be off. That means the energy you're performing with might not be the right one to match that. Maybe you're doing an aggressive energy and this requires something more mellow. Or maybe it's mellow and it requires more energy. Or maybe certain parts only require certain energy. Now I'm getting geeky for the creatives, but that's what we do. We're creatives, we're artists. So for the creatives, things to think about. You know what I mean? So that's what we learn. The desire to perform with excellency, with the desire that God naturally put in us as people, in our genetics, in our brain, in our characters, in our story. Because you and I have a whole story that we can just unfold, and that's a whole different. That's for the people that really want to know the story. Like, you and I have an entire experience since high school into a record label, into sitting there with Busta Rhymes, Spliff Star, Rod Digger is kicking it to you.
Stop.
Rod Digger is kicking it to you. All right. I'll stop there. All right. So anyway, we have a whole experience, brother. All right.
It's awkward.
Like the chick from 13 Ghosts is kicking it to you. That's right.
That was awkward.
Yo, Rod Digger is like
memorable story.
Macking it with Gil. What is good?
I didn't even know what was happening.
I see Busta Rhymes. I see who was it? De La Hoya? I see De La Hoya, and then all of a sudden
DMX.
The garage door opens, and here comes DMX just walking in with his pit bull, and I'm just like in
pit
this
bulls.
world.
Pit had bulls. Like 3 of them.
I'm like, what? I'm like in this. What is that? This is a weird show I'm on right now. I'm tripping. I'm like, what?
That's weird.
There's De La Hoya. There's this dude. De La Hoya got his anyway. And then I turn over, and then I'm like, this Gil and Rod Digger. What is it?
Don't say there's Gil and Rod Digger like we were doing something in the corner. It was not like that.
Then I look over to this room over here. I'm like, Rod Digger, what is, okay. I don't know what, Latina. She's
not Latina, okay? Rod Digger is not Latina.
That wasn't the Spanish Girls, brother. I saw this girl. She was standing over there next to DMX.
And with this girl.
Next to DMX, he just.
Hey, I didn't even know what was happening. Okay.
All right. Anyway, there's an entire journey.
Before we even got to that, what he's talking about,
story.
I think that what I learned, especially about with this experience, is that before you even
that's
get
a real
to
story, by the way. That's not made up.
Before you even get to like the creation process, I felt like the one thing that I wish somebody would have told me. And I probably would have got further along if I knew this from the beginning, and I'm sure you're gonna agree with this.
Dude, Rod Digger kicked it to you. Yo, Rod Digger kicked it to
Why does that even matter? Why does that even matter?
Oh, that's good stuff.
Anyway.
Oh, we got a call. Oh, it was a missed call. Call back.
Can we call them back?
I don't know if I can call back. I gotta call back.
Yo, call back.
Let me try. Oh, I hear it.
Wait.
Can we call back? Is this Rod Digger? No.
Yo, if it's Rod Digger, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy.
Let's see if we can call this
we
number
actually
back.
calling somebody? This is dope.
I don't know. Let's see if it works.
Pick up.
Hey.
You just called. That's us.
Rod Digger. Pick up. Nah.
Your call has been forwarded.
Rod Digger on the Latin remix. They didn't pick up. Yo, call back the line. I'll try to.
Whatever number that was, call back. We don't want to put your number on blast, but it ends with 66.
All right, cool. Oh, there's a sign.
If there was a third 6, I'd be like, don't call back.
So you see this, Hen? Hold on, let me get
See
to
what?
there. Let me make sure I'm doing this right.
But let me finish my point before we go to the next thing.
Yeah, Rod Digger.
Make sure you guys study yourself.
Okay.
That is the biggest thing.
Here we go. Someone's calling. Here we go.
Call from.
Hello, welcome to the Marrio Esco live show.
Humberto.
To accept, press 1.
Humberto!
To send a voicemail, press 2.
I gotta press 1. I get to accept. Herberto.
Hey, ¿cómo estás, hombre?
Herberto, ¿cómo le va?
What's good? It's the first time we talking to you.
¿Cómo le va? What's going on,
Happy
man?
New Year. Mira, I had to tell Gil, man, I listened to the show last week, man. And, you know, it's been a rough week, man. I was hiding in the cage from the narcos. But Gil gave me an idea. He said he wear glow-in-the-dark shoes
Yep.
in high school.
Yep. They light
So my
up when you
brother-
walk. They light up from every step.
I put on the lights in my shoes, man, and I didn't fall. Narcos did not get me, man. Praise God. Pero mira, I was scared for you guys, man. I saw the name of the show last week, and I didn't understand.
Okay.
Pump and dump.
Pump and dump, yep.
Yes. I was scared too.
Eso. That's not Christian, man. No pun intended, but that's not Christian. Pero mira, I just want to say, Happy New Year. I love the new song, bro. Okay?
I'm glad you love it, man.
Lose signal. I love you guys. Keep it on. Man.
Yo,
love you,
Alberto,
Alberto.
check out the merch, man.
Yo.
Cop something and send us a picture, bro. We'll send you that
Facts.
music to your whatever. Email,
Facts.
whatever you want, bro.
I'm still feeling the grass. I got you. homie.
You still feeling the grass?
He's out
still
there
feeling the grass.
actually feeling the grass. Like, this is
on the grass.
in between the toes. And
All right.
All right, Alberto, we love you, man.
I'm out.
Grace and peace.
God bless you.
God bless.
Peace.
Super dope, man. Shout out to Alberto
That was awesome.
from Colombia.
That's not Christian. Yeah, he did say that, Jay. You know, pump and dump. That's not Christian.
All right,
That was
so-
Humberto, man. I feel like that was an endorsement. That's not Christian podcast.
It was. It's all familia, right? It's all family, bro. Come on. Hispanics got to... No, let me stop that now.
What were you gonna say?
Hispanics got to stay... No, I'm not... Just let's not make this...
Oh, you don't want him to call back and check your
Hispanics
Spanish.
taking over. Nah. All right, so Uzi Vert gets
That dude's a fool.
a body... what is this thing?
He got $1 billion diamond
Did you see
on his
this?
forehead.
$2 billion.
Insane.
No, 24 million. No, it's not $1 billion.
Oh, I thought it was.
Allegedly. 24 million. Dermal piercing in his forehead.
That's crazy.
There was
That's
another
insane.
picture of him. I don't know if it was true or not. There was like blood coming out of it. I don't know if he was trying to pull it out of his head or what. Or even
Or
even
probably
if
got
it's,
caught
if
on
it's
something.
real or not. Who knows?
It probably got
You
caught
know?
on something. It's literally
Who knows?
sticking out of his forehead, man. Like
Free
dry your
shirt
face
on
with-
his way. Jimmy, we paid him to say that. Free shirt on his way. Now that is a Republican.
Hey,
no.
We could send him
That's a
shirt.
capitalist. I'm sorry.
I feel like he deserves a shirt.
Same thing, no? Is that true?
Is what true?
Alberto? All right, Lil Uzi gets this 24 million dermal piercing on his forehead.
That's crazy. Man. I can't believe that.
I mean, this is it's sad, bro. You know what's sad?
Like why?
It's sad because this is probably, I mean, we're just assuming right now, but every time something like this happens, it's always associated somehow with some release or something's about to come out. You know what I mean? Like something's about to drop. It's like, how do you cut through the noise? What do you do? But I don't know if it's like that because some people would actually get a piercing in their forehead for $24 million. So it's like, I don't know. Is it a stunt to be like, yo, or is it a true belief of, I don't know.
The only way I would do something like that is if it gave me a superpower. Like, other than that, what are you doing, bro? Like that, you just asking for somebody to just swipe your face.
On this episode of Uzi Vision,
Uzi Vision
literally appears on Uzi's head now. A price on Uzi. Yo, for real. There is a price. Yo, get that?
Literally a price on his head. Facts.
Wow,
$24 million.
$24 million sits in his forehead.
That's insane.
Right now. Dang. That's crazy.
That's a huge diamond.
Somebody did a meme. Somebody did a meme with Thanos, pulling out the Infinity Stone.
He's like,
from Vision's forehead.
Yo, that's crazy.
Somebody did a meme like, give me that.
That's the Infinity Stone right there, bro. I bet you that's where he got the idea. He probably saw Avengers and was like,
yo,
what?
That's so dope.
I'm doing that.
I can do that.
And for me, there ain't gonna be no Thanos that's gonna take it out of my forehead.
Yep.
$24 million for what?
Just so we can talk about it. Algorithms go up.
That just makes me feel sad for our country. The dude surgically put a diamond on his forehead so we could talk about him.
That's a dope move. It's like you hit the micro, like you know you got the.
You know how we are. We digest and we regurgitate for the next thing. Like it's just taste.
I'm sure there's somebody that's gonna hear this or watch the show and be like, "Wait a minute, Uzi Vert got this," and somehow they're on the Spotify, and there you go, and. And that's why people were saying, like, why are you guys talking about that? Because you know what? It's cool to point this out and be like, what in the world is like, yo, if you got some 24 mil, dude, don't put it in your forehead, man.
For real.
Make some investments.
Use your forehead to spend it.
Yo, there's somebody actually, I don't know who she is, man. I wish I had the name. But anyway, it's a lady, I believe she's is it Biden's ex-wife?
What do you mean?
Biden's ex-wife, I might have this way off, but supposedly she's taken, like, she said, she made a comment of, I can't spend all this money in one lifetime. So now she's taking all of her money and like donating it to wherever she can donate to. Cause she's like, I can't spend this in a lifetime. So she's just finding.
That's crazy.
Finding whatever to donate to. Just bam, just giving.
And put my name in her list of donations.
That wasn't on the topic too, but. Fellas, BRM, Brandon in the building was good, man.
He said he's going to put a ring pop on his forehead.
DP, what are they putting in these dudes? Weed. Whoops. We're supposed to block that? I don't know. That's the new age Hindu. Facts. Let me see, Jimmy. I'm going to wear a ring pop on my forehead. Maybe get more YouTube subscribers for the pod. Facts. I mean, bro, definitely within CHH, right? You do some wild stuff, like, you know, everybody's going to want to talk about it.
If you tape a ring pop to your forehead, you will probably get at least 10 subscribers just for that.
Yo, CHH is mad easy to take over. Like, as a marketing thing, it's just daring to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really see, because it's so petty. Like, CHH is petty. Like, it's just like super petty. So, like, it's so petty you could play off that pettiness and just be
I've seen
trending all the time. I'm seeing you can just be trending all the time.
I'm seeing one technique. Just
if you were daring
talk about a CHH artist and use the N-word. Bam, algorithm. You're going to get crazy. Use the N-word, talk about a CHH artist, and there's your recipe.
Yeah, bro, are you kidding me? I know. Hey, Jimmy, if you're real about blowing up as a podcast, I got the card in the back pocket. I got the gauntlet.
Do you?
I got the gauntlet.
I didn't even know you.
I cannot use the gauntlet. I got the gauntlet. Like, I got the answer. I got the card in my back pocket. If we wanted this thing to blow up, I know exactly what to do. But. Wow.
Mario has the secrets of life.
But
he has the secrets of life.
It comes with a cost. It comes with a cost, bro.
Doesn't everything? Isn't that what Thanos
is fighting for? It comes with a cost, dude.
Balance.
And there you go. That's where you come in the fork in the road and you're like, do I go this way or do I go this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it stinks because the algorithm.
Oh, it's Jeff Bezos' ex.
Jeff Bezos' ex. Okay, thanks, Guns.
That's Amazon owner, right? Jeff Bezos? Yeah, that's Amazon owner.
Yeah, okay. It was one of them.
That's crazy. That makes sense because Amazon is literally one of the richest companies in the world. Like, if not the richest. I think it's between Elon Musk and him.
Jimmy. That's too easy. That's too easy. That's been done. I got
TMZ.
I got something. I'm talking viral. I'm talking like, I mean, for what we do. I'll talk to you later, man. But I hope nobody ever does it. Because I might be secretly like, somebody maybe, and now it's edgy. Then
I think I know what you're talking about, and somebody's definitely gonna do that.
That would,
at some point,
I would get heated, bro.
Somebody's gonna do it at some point,
man. Nah, let me stop. Let me.
If I know you as well as I do, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Uzi Vert.
That is gonna happen.
Guaranteed too. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And we're gonna see it. Watch.
No questions asked. Simply, not even guaranteed. Not even guaranteed because it's the illest idea. It's guaranteed because you know what makes people tick.
Yeah.
You know what makes people tick. That's how it's guaranteed. Like
taboo.
You know exactly. And that's so sad that we know in the Christian community, we know what to do to get the results.
But think about it. I mean, the thing is there's no different.
Why is it that we got to go out of our way to
But it's no different to
get
secular.
y'all attention? Like,
it's no different than secular. Who are we talking about?
Support your local artists, man. But what's good?
We're talking about the exact same thing. This dude is rich. And he said, what can I do to get more eyes?
I'll put a diamond in my forehead.
$24 million diamond in my forehead.
And we don't even verify. This thing is like a plastic.
Thing.
This is a plastic thing. He glued his daughters. Check this out. He glued his daughter's thing on his head. And now all the people are talking about 24 million. I'm sure you could find other numbers,
I bet you
other figures.
It was like his assistant who just leaked that. Like, it's 24 million.
And now whatever he drops in the next week is like gonna go, take off.
He bedazzled himself.
That's all. Just do something silly. That's it.
No, but that's the thing. You telling me that he's not there doing the same thing, like looking at the landscape, understanding how hip hop works, how the media works, how the people who listen to his music work. And he's like, what can I do that I know for a fact is going to get attention, is going to get people talking, is going to be cool to some people? I'll put a diamond on my forehead. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He knew the attention, just like we know if you do certain things, it will definitely get attention.
The Weeknd kind of does
really no different.
Kind of similar.
His whole Super Bowl performance was that. It was attention. But I'm about to give you something to talk about.
That attention was proper and appropriate for its context.
Yep.
He did what he's supposed to do.
Not to mention he used $7 million out of his own pocket to tell you this.
Right. So we're talking, for those that don't know, we just switched up. We're talking about the Weeknd's performance in the Super Bowl. There you go. On the Super Bowl, a lot of mixed emotions out there.
That, Jay.
A lot of mixed emotions. Some people are like, yo, he killed it. Oh my goodness. He well, first, people are saying that, and then you got on the other side like that was, Bruno Mars would have done better. Man, it wasn't that good or whatever. That was kind of weak or whatever.
Most of the complaints I heard was just that they didn't understand it. They were like, that was weird. I don't understand. What am I looking at?
Jacob the Judo.
I don't get it.
Selling fake stones.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That must have been super easy for him to do too. He must have been like, yo, this is just like a rock.
Yeah, it's going to be on a music video. Who cares? Probably all cubic zirconiums. Yeah. Probably didn't even put zirconium.
Now the rappers are smarter. Now they got those devices that be beeping when it's real or not. Like,
oh yeah, rappers are smart now. Now they're like,
you ain't gonna get me on those stones. That has to be, yeah, bro. You see them like bragging about this stuff and they're putting the thing.
There's actually YouTube channels.
The little testers.
I think there's like a girl on YouTube who does that. She just walks up to random people and tests their jewelry.
Yo, what? Bro?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
You can't do that now.
It's hilarious because some of the dudes are like, yo, my girl got me this. This is definitely real.
She just checks out.
She goes, let me see. No,
she just put him on the spot. Just like,
that joint is fake.
How you got that in your purse in the tuck, bro?
She's just walking around interviewing random people.
What are your thoughts on his entrance worship, bro?
Yo, that was thing legit weird.
Come on, man. All right, look,
legit weird.
No conspiracy theory, crazy Christian over the top
like he
type thing,
himself.
Man. Like we done been through Catholicism, through crazy charismatic, to what else, Gil? We done experienced like every crevice and nook and cranny in Christianity to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Like to reform, to all these other things. So we've been studying up, and just say that to say that, like, not somebody who's taken away by all these crazy, silly, just being logical, sound, just a logical, sound Christian. Looking at that, I'm not saying like, oh, look at all the symbolism, but clearly there was this thing that descended from the sky that had red eyes, and he was floating down like he was some kind of angelical being thingy. And then all of a sudden he went lower than the Weeknd, who was sitting on, he came out the Lamborghini out the city, and then he sat down sort of like he was overviewing something below him. Like and then this angel descends underneath him, and this is when the doors open up with a whole demonic choir. Like they're not hiding red anything. Eyes. It's all red eyes. It's this whole demonic choir, and then the doors open up, and there's smoke and like light pouring out, and here comes the Weeknd, performance Weeknd, like the celebrity Weeknd. It almost felt like I don't know what the symbolism, but it definitely looked like something descended, and then the Weeknd came out ready to perform.
It's insane.
Like, that's all I saw.
It was weird. The whole thing was weird.
Am I off?
No, that's exactly what I saw.
Something descended, and the Weeknd came out to perform.
No, D, you're right.
Yo.
I was telling Marrio that too. His music videos are like part of the show. Like it was like almost like a continuation. Like all the elements of the show were like videos that he's put out. So that's why it was the way it was. But if you don't know him as an artist, that's the part that makes it strange. If you don't know him as an artist and you just see the halftime show, you're like, what is this? Yeah. But if you know him and you know his music and you've watched his videos, you're like, oh, this is dope. It's pretty much a live music video of his stuff, of his work. And then he expanded on it, the different things. So I thought it was cool.
All round the performance. I mean, he held it down. He sang his notes. He didn't miss a step. He did his thing. A pandemic, 6 feet of 6 feet apart. Although I don't know what happened in that madhouse with all the mirrors, and then there was a mosh pit happening. I don't know. He lost me there with some craziness, and then he came out, and it was all this. It was really dope. It was also fireworks, special effects. The sets were super dope. I mean, nobody fell. No, I didn't. Yeah. It was smooth.
Yeah,
it was smooth.
And then also to Jay, because you were talking about
minus the demonic worship.
the artists paying for their show all the time. Technically, no. NFL covers production costs. They cover like all the production and fees or whatever.
D Nice says
they don't pay the artist. They only cover the show, just the stuff that they going to do for the performance. Mm-hmm. The reason why the Weeknd paid $7 million is because what he wanted to do costed $7 million, and NFL was like, nah, we're not paying for that.
Yeah,
we'll pay for a show, but we're not paying for that. And he's like, don't worry about it.
I got this. Came out. Okay, so now
I want this.
All the additional stuff came out of his own pocket. Yep. Made the investment for a doper show. Yep. Killed the show. I didn't see anything that fell out or anywhere where it was cringy. Or, I mean, again, minus the symbolism and the sending of the spirit that came upon him.
The demonios of
the
Jesus
Watchers,
Christos.
or what do you call them? The Watchers, the Nephilim, or whatever it was. That descended upon him. So he
and then a bright yellow light comes out and he emerges from the demons.
All that symbol. I mean, that symbolism. Weird. That symbolism has always been around, dude. Like you can go back and
they all done it. Beyonce's done it.
They did music videos and performances.
Reference.
Of course, like that's
Yep.
That's our Coliseum, bro. Like that's our. You know what I'm saying? This is
unless somebody's put it out. He didn't do the Illuminati. He didn't do that. Unless somebody points it out and goes, no, he did. You just didn't see it. But I didn't see it. And mostly all of them, they always do the CNI thing, move, whatever move that is. You're right, man. I really do strike a pose every time. No matter what I do. Any example is strike a pose. There's nothing to it.
I feel like, and let me not get too serious with it, but I feel like sometimes like all this stuff is just designed to rock us to sleep.
What do you mean?
Like all this stuff is just here for us.
I felt like his show was nothing but anything except put you to sleep.
I mean spiritually.
Oh, got you. Because like all desensitizing.
Somebody actually
subliminal messages.
Somebody actually mentioned to me, and I won't say no names, but somebody actually mentioned to me that and this is not a practicing Christian. This is unbeliever. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know where he stands, so I can't even say. But he said to me, that he thinks that the Super Bowl is just all rigged. Like everything, the Super Bowl is rigged.
Like
he's convinced.
The game, like everything.
He's
already know who the winner is.
That he's like almost like wrestling.
Really?
Like he's convinced that they all, like the people in charge, all sit together. And like he mentioned something about like New Orleans and how they went through that. The Katrina and then I guess they won or whatever. Like he started going back and like I'm not a football ass, so don't come to me for any of that stuff. But he was bringing it back to moments in time, like Patriots won. Like he brought it to 9/11, the Patriots. I mean, obviously you're discrediting Tom Brady, but his concept was that these men all sit down and for the sake of the dollar in this current circumstances, with all the data that they retrieve, what state will make the most money? How is that state performing economically? Should we even have the Super Bowl in that state? Like they foresee all this stuff with factual data and reports, and then they make a decision based off of that for the top dollar, for the most profit, not by chance. Profit. Now, if you think about it, I'm not going to go there with that conspiracy, but if you think about it, if you wanted to make the most profit, that would be a wise thing to do. Have everybody believe. Yeah. Have everybody.
And they said next year, like, the next Super Bowl is going to be in Cali, so it makes sense because Cali needs help. Like that economy over there is not doing too good, just to say the least.
Don't you think if you're like in charge of it and you could kind of dictate where things move for the most profit? If you can foresee that with all the software that we have available now, we can do that.
I don't see.
We can create the most profitable. We can create the most profitable scenario.
Oh yeah.
For the entire, how you call it? What do you call the thing? The football. What do you call the thing, man? For the entire football season.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is called.
The whole season.
All right, we need a sports guy. Jimmy, you. Jimmy, you want to do part time? Like
that one season. The football season.
He's looking at me and he lets me hang, and it's the worst feeling in the world.
Because you're saying
I'm not even gonna try to save you. I'm gonna let you just
because you're not saying nothing wrong. Like if you were like, yo, the first inning, I would be like, no.
The Weeknd, did he kill it?
That one.
Did he not?
He did.
I
enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show.
You think the Weeknd killed it?
He's a dope singer, and he put together an artsy type show. Like if you're an artsy person and you enjoy things that are not obvious, then you're going to enjoy the show. If you like things that are straightforward, like you want to know what's happening and everything needs to make sense, then you're going to hate the show.
Some say the refs won the Super Bowl. Hey, maybe the refs are the ones they use for that.
Maybe.
So they
my point to that, my argument against that would say there's way too many prideful players to sell that.
What do you mean?
To go to imagine you being the coach. How do you know? And you're presenting this to your team Gil like, Vargas, guys, we're going to lose this one.
Gil Vargas, come into my office. Come have a seat. Listen, we want to rig this one. Here's the check. Yes or no? Now you have an option.
Yeah, but the chances of that not getting out, because there's some people that there is no dollar amount would allow them to accept. Right.
Somebody's gonna say something.
Hell, somebody's gonna be like, no.
Somebody's gonna tell a cousin.
NFL is whack. I thought I was playing my butt off in college and preparing.
What if it's
getting here for my coach to sit me down and be like,
I'm gonna get super conspiracy. What if it's like you gotta what if you gotta do a creed before you come in and you do it? No.
What if they say what?
You gotta do a creed before you come in.
A creed? What do you mean?
It's a secret, like cultish, like you have to do these promises and everything, and they threaten your family. I still think somebody would be, and they're saying it's
too prideful.
Big conspiracy that the FBI uncovers it. It's like,
remember. There's a lot of teams and a lot of players.
Hey, there's brain damage. There's brain damage and they covered that. There's brain damage and they covered that and they dumbed that down so that way they could continue.
Yeah, but that's different because that
ruins the dollar.
Yeah,
you
to the player.
My dollar.
Yeah, but that's stopping them from playing. Period. Like you can't play at all because you have this thing. They're gonna be like, nah, I really don't have that because they want to keep playing. But this is different. They're saying. You probably could win, but you're not because the higher ups decided we're going to lose this year, the Super Bowl, and they're going to win. Here's a check. Shh, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Gil, didn't you remember Pulp Fiction? Bruce Willis got paid to take the dive.
Yeah, I do remember, but that doesn't make it factual.
Not everyone needs to know.
You can't use a movie.
Just the ones that matter.
Did you really use a movie to prove your
And that's
point?
how Gate was. Oh yeah,
Pizzagate.
Yo, you saying I'm stirring it up? You saying I'm starting a conspiracy? Like, bro,
That's exactly what Mario's doing.
Hey, in a perfect situation, don't you think?
I'm
like,
not saying it's far-fetched.
It's logical, dude. Like,
But I find it
if
hard
you
to
and I were
believe.
running something, like, and we were like, yo, we could find a way to make the most profit. Doesn't that make sense? Like, yo,
It does, but
this makes sense.
That's way too many people. But now what you just
Some
said right
people
now,
thought wrestling was real.
but what
Some
you just
people
said right
actually
No,
thought.
no, some people
Yo,
did.
how you think?
Some people.
First of all, think about that. How far did you think it was real? Did you think Kane was really resurrected from the dead? Like, how far? How far did you think wrestling was real, bro? Like, yo, time out, man. Kane got up from the dead. Oh my goodness, guys!
He was lit on
came up
fire.
from
He was actually lit on fire.
Gil Esco ever told you that your mic was muted the whole time, and wow, got him. That would be
That was
awful,
actually a
dude.
skit.
Let me see. Correct. The players don't need to know. Offensive coach just needs to call the wrong play. Facts. There's a way around it. All right. Well, we ain't the sports guys, so we'll hop off. The Weeknd. All right. Cool. That was that. 3D houses are available for sale.
What?
Yep. In New York, builders say it will cut housing construction costs. 3D printed houses.
That's insane.
They have 3D printed masks.
3D printed houses.
3D printed hands.
I don't know if I would feel
and
safe
feet.
living in a 3D printed home.
3D printed teeth. You know, and everything's 3D printed right now. Dude, hey, you want to make a wise investment? Get yourself a 3D printer. Because, I mean, you know, if you got to make yourself something, you know, for whatever, you know, and you need to. I know somebody who's making and let me stop. Like, let me stop.
What do you mean?
Let me just stay on the topic because I leaked some information and stuff. Yeah, man. So 3D houses to go up in New York. 3D printing houses. Let me see. 3D printing the building structures, home, la la la. What we got here? Would you buy a 3D printed house?
I don't know if I'll feel safe living in a 3D printed house. We already look. Homeowners already
I don't know
complain.
how much.
Think
Let me
about
look.
it.
I'm gonna look.
Tell
How
me
much?
not.
How much?
People
Look, hold
already
up. Hold up.
complain right now that
Yo, these houses
aren't
are
made like they
beautiful, by
used
the
to.
way.
People already complain about that now. They're like, oh, drywall and all this. They don't
Wait.
make houses like they used to. Now you're going to go from that to a 3D printed house? It's like Legos, basically.
Yeah, he said the cost of construction is 50% cheaper than the cost of comparable newly constructed homes in Riverhead, New York. 10 times faster too to build. 10 times faster to build, 50% cheaper.
Wow.
It's 1,407 square feet of living space. Has 2 to 5 car detached garages. Dude, this is like they even got garages and everything, bro. This is beautiful. Go look it up, man. 3D houses, the new thing of the future. This is gonna be the wave of the future. Ma, you gonna buy yourself a 3D house?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Come on,
not.
Ma, buy yourself a 3D. Can you buy me a 3D house, Ma?
Sure.
What are the exactly? These are the toy ones, but
It's a 3D
they're the
printed
adult
house, Ma.
They're the adult version.
No.
Ma,
Toy one, no problem.
for your son.
Get you a toy
It's
one.
for your son, Ma. I need a 3D house.
It's going to be made of Legos.
You got to build it yourself.
Actual
If you
Legos.
got to build this thing yourself, I'm done, bro. I'm done,
Yo,
man.
it's possible. They're going to just throw a pallet.
Yo.
And it's somehow, I feel like IKEA's behind this. It's going to be an IKEA box with a house in it.
Let me see. Jimmy said, I like a shipping container house. Some look really fly.
I've been trying to sell that idea to my wife for I don't even know
Facts.
how long. I'm like, yo, I've watched all the shows on Netflix. Like, yo, it is literally, you could have any house, any type of house, because you could stack them up like in four containers on top of each other, and it's basically the shape of a normal house. Or you could put them like staggered. You could literally do anything. You could have your house looking crazy.
Yo, D Nice says 3D printed
And it's
homes
cheap.
are made with concrete, like in Puerto Rico, more durable.
Oh, wow.
That's actually a good point.
I didn't know that. That's why I'm saying I don't know if I feel safe. I need to know more.
That's actually a really good point, man.
Hey, 3D printed concrete.
It doesn't say here. I don't have information here on the cost or anything like that. All I see is 50% cheaper, faster. That's all. They're probably not going to put it out yet, unless it's. I mean, I don't know if these are available yet. What they're saying is it's to put out.
Oh, the 3D printed houses.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know if we got them already up in the market, but that's a.
I'm sure
that's
somebody
a brilliant
already
solution
lives in
if it's
one
durable
right now,
and you can actually live in it, and it actually
I'm almost
can
certain.
stand against storms and stuff like that, and like they could test this with earthquakes and hurricanes and stuff like that, and it's durable and it's.
I mean, even if it broke, who cares?
not?
You just 3D print another one.
Well, that's pretty dope.
They'll probably give you 3D printing.
How do you do expansions
insurance
to that? How do you expand? Like, how you do a. How you call
What
it?
do you mean
Addition.
expansions?
Like when you want to do an addition, do you
3D print more of a house? What do you mean?
What is it like to knock
How did you
down
get
a 3D
the first
printed
one?
wall though?
You
Like-
3D printed it. You're like, you know what? I want to 3D print an extension of the house.
3D printing is like a fixed, solid thing, and you have to make it somehow detached, like Legos almost.
It's probably Velcro or something.
Velcro, dude. All right, let's get out 3D printing. Cool.
I'm just gonna Velcro this piece of the
Fortnite
house.
streamer Ninja quits game due to stream sniping.
What do you mean stream sniping? That sounds weird.
That's it for that. Fortnite for those.
You know how many people complain
Ninja
about that?
for those that don't know is like a famous streamer, like YouTube streamer for playing Fortnite and stuff like that. And what these kids are doing is they're seeing what games he's playing and they're jumping in the game and they're screen hopping from his show on YouTube and they know exactly where he's located. So they just snipe him. They just sit there, bang on his line. And this dude gets heated. He starts flipping out like, "Yo, you're stream sniping," because they know exactly where he is. Yo, they even have video footage of like him jumping out. You play Fortnite? Yo, will you ever play
played
Fortnite?
it, yeah.
I got older kids, so they be playing it. I'm lying. I be playing it. So the dude's jumping out.
I know you be playing it because every time I come over here, I hear Marrio.
The dude's
Esco
parachuting.
is coming into
The dude's
game.
parachuting out of the thing, right? And all you see is hundreds of dudes coming off, trying to flock to him because they know he's on the live. So everybody's in the game,
so
and
you
there's
just seen hundreds of flying
players
over
just
him?
trying to kill him, dude. Like everybody in the game is going after the
that's
streamer.
hilarious.
Super funny, man.
That is hilarious. That's what you get for being famous, Ninja.
Oh man, but anyway, yeah, that
Yo,
came
Jay,
up
that's hilarious.
for
He
the
said, there
gamers.
goes all the construction jobs. What if this is part of Biden's immigration policy to get rid of Latinos? That's foul. That's almost racist. You just assuming all Latinos are in construction?
And then we got Liquid AI learns
though.
continuously from its experience of the world. I don't know what this Liquid
what?
AI is.
Liquid AI?
Liquid AI that also learns and develops intelligence as it interacts with the world around it. Do you believe that?
I'm confused.
This is where we are.
Why do we have this liquid that
Hey, look it up. Look it up. Liquid AI. Look it up. Do your research.
So
this
you
is
could-
where we are.
So you could drink some and it could decide to come out of your body.
This is where we are,
You
man.
know what? You're not drinking me.
Let me see. Let me see some information. Turns out simplicity, benefit, lifelong learner. It's a lifelong learner. I don't know exactly what this is like consisted of, what it's built out of, but let me see. Worm brain driver. I don't know, man. Look this up, man. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if they're trying to use this in the brain. I don't know if this is a liquid. I mean, it's talking about the brain. Their worm brain algorithm was much simpler than their cutting edge machine learning algorithms. There's algorithms in this thing. How is it learning? Like, what are they doing with this thing? Like, you drink it? Imagine you drink
That's
liquid
what I'm
AI.
saying.
You drink it and it's like
you
a
just
new,
not hear what I just
new
said?
vitamin. Is that what you said? My bad.
I said,
bro.
what if you drink it and it decides not to be drunk? Like, nope, you're not drinking me.
Yo,
And
so
it just comes out of you.
Specific things. Oh shoot!
Like, what
bro.
What would they use that
Is
for?
this like
liquid AI? Like,
Is that Is this another
So
word
you
for
could put-
symbiotic creatures? Like,
sorta. Because if you drink it, now this thing is inside of you.
Are we talking about venom? What are we talking about here?
Liquid AI.
This is
I just want to know what the applications are. Like, what are
That's
they
some
using this?
T2 type stuff, bro. Liquid AI. I'm trying to read about it. Old worm, new tricks. The output of the neural network, turn the steering wheel to the right, for instance, depends on the set of weighted connections between the network's neurons. In our brains, it's the same. Each brain cell is connected to many other cells, which is not particular. Cell fires depends on the sum of the signal it's receiving. Beyond some threshold or weight, the cell fires a signal on its own network of downstream connections. I think it's just comparing this new, whatever this is, this new technology to how our brain functions and how it learns. It's comparing this to the liquid. So I don't know exactly what they plan on doing with this liquid AI or what it does.
I'm confused.
Is it the Pfizer? Is it the?
Because usually when they come out,
is this the pacifier? The Pfizer? Is it?
Usually when they come out with something, like I can understand what they would do it. Like what would they do with that?
It's in your vaccines.
The liquid AI?
The liquid AI is in the vaccines. Jokes.
But hey, it would make sense.
Oh my goodness.
It's effective. Trust me. You won't even know you have it because it's going to come right out of you as soon as they inject it.
We have a provably more expensive neural network that is inspired by nature, but this is just the beginning of the process. The obvious question is, how do you extend this? We think this kind of network could be a key element of future intelligence systems. I don't know if that means like, is this like biology? Like what kind of systems? What kind of intelligence?
It's very vague.
It's very vague, bro. It's like there's not a lot of information in it. I don't know what they plan to do with it. I know they got like white electricity, which is wireless electricity. I know that's already a thing and it's in development. Like imagine being able to charge your phone without ever plugging it in. You just walk into your house and your phone starts charging.
That's crazy.
Like actually the power of your house is charged by one battery that it doesn't take you to run all these cables to all these outlets to. It's one battery that wirelessly charges the entire house. It's called white electricity. You can check that out too.
White electricity.
White electricity. They already have it. It's already charging wirelessly. I don't know what's that going to do to your brain cells in between 5G and
That's crazy.
I have no idea what that's going to do. But yeah, man, I mean, I thought I was interested. We chop it up. But
that's like, hey, imagine that though. Like you walk into your crib and everything just starts charging. Like
it's so
all
effective.
Your devices.
Jimmy says it's so effective. We've been giving big pharma complete immunity for all legal repercussions. From all legal repercussions. Yo, it's crazy times, man. I don't know. Liquid AI, check it out. I don't know what it's gonna be. 3D houses, pandemics. This is where we are. You heard it live here on the Marrio Esco Live.
Marrio Esco Live. Get your liquid AI.
And I wanted to challenge myself to make sure that I hit everything on the dock, and we did. That's what's up. So yeah, man, we're gonna finish up with our featured track. Of course, I'm being a little biased. Eshon Burgundy, Nothing But the Blood. This is the first single off of Eshon's new project entitled Don't Shoot the Messenger.
Fire.
Released actually last month on the 8th. Go check it out. Hopefully you guys can, if you guys haven't heard, if you guys are jumping in now, you didn't hear our new song that we released, Create for the Creator, go back, check it out. It drops this Friday, by the way, on all streaming platforms, available all over the place. And I hope you guys share it. I hope you guys are blessed by it, man. And I hope you guys visit d2lproductions.com to cop yourself Create for the Creator. We got the sweatshirts here. We got t-shirts. We got the 848 collection. And we'll be dropping a single, maybe, I don't know, every other month or something like that. We got 2 tracks in the tuck right now. We got 1 in the process of recording, and we're excited about the new direction we're going in. And we're excited about building with y'all, man. I have fun, man. I look forward to these Tuesdays, man, and building with y'all. It's a dope. This is my bar, This is my Friday bar with my peoples and get away and chill with everybody. So, we're gonna also too. Gil's in the process of doing, taking some classes, extra classes, doing some things on the side too as well. So, we're not gonna, strain ourselves with a special guest every week at this very moment. Plus we're creating music at the same time. So if it does come around when we get a special guest, I know we were sticking to that in the last episodes and a lot of people were used to that, but we're kind of like going to just be chilling, moving forward from here and just focus on the music and the other things.
So if you love the artist stuff and all that, not that we're getting away from it completely. It's just we're not like going to be actively searching.
I love y'all. Yeah,
we're not going to be actively searching. If it happens organically, cool. We're down. I'm always down for guests, but for the most part, we're just going to rock with y'all.
Facts. And we love y'all, man. Real talk, man. Like,
and we encourage, for real, call in. Like,
it's dope.
Humberto called today, but anybody can just call in and rock with us. And just straight up talk, whatever we want to talk about.
All right, y'all. So, till next week, we love y'all. Grace and peace. Eshon Burgundy.
Get that merch.
Here we go.
My part of this, I see nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood. Of my part of this, I see nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood.
Yeah. I feel the darkness around me. I know my head got bounties. They hunting for them in counties. They want them dead, huh? Said I was lost, so they found me. In baptism, they try to drown me. Oh, y'all old-fashioned, y'all don't want to use lead, huh? The accusers came for Yahshua singing red rum. I sing hallelujah to Yahuwah, that's an anthem. I got a calling on my life like it's a Samsung. My hair swinging wild in the air like I'm Samsung. I remain a student of the word. I've been prudent from the curb. I see dead men at the viewing at the church. Laid up like it's you ain't over bird. Blood of the Messiah, it's salvation and new birth. Blessed to be of the bloodline, but without the blood I'm dirt. Living water, that's an elixir, obey your thirst. Brick and mortar, that's a religion, that ain't the church. Rainbows reflecting the prism above the earth, and that one's for Noah, not a perverted sexual urge. Every time I pray, it's a feeling of being searched. Faith is nothing if I ain't willing to do the work. My people were blessed, but we slipped up and caught a curse.
Of my part of this, I see nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood. Of my part of this, I see nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood.
Blood on top of the doorpost. Death passed me over. My former life casting over on water like Captain Noah headed to the shore. My body is the temple, just know he the door. The law ain't no salvation issue, it's just gonna keep me pure. Reading, fasting, and praying, that's what's gonna keep me raw. Holy Spirit checking me, gonna make me stay the course. Scripture is my weaponry, that sword go through your heart. Flame on my torch, running through the dark. Hebrew boy still pressing toward the mark. MLK stride when it's time to march. Sometimes I'm Simon with the blade, now I wanna talk. Royalty, I'm cut from a designer cloth. America foiled me, be trying to throw me off. Christ was sent to the lost, that's what the words say. And you can't be lost if you wasn't his in the first place.
Of my part of this, I see nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood. Of my part of this, I see nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood.
First of all, in this analysis, I took the blood into a laboratory in Israel. I just said, please examine this blood and tell me what you can tell me about it. All right? They said, well, look, we're going to reconstitute it. We're going to put it in normal saline and keep it at body temperature for 72 hours with gentle swirling. All right, that's their business. That's great. I said, now I want to be there when you check it out. They said, fine. They said, it's human blood. We can tell that. And then I said, take some of the white blood cells and put them in a growth medium. Keep them at body temperature for 48 hours. And they said, well, that'll do no good because it's dead blood. I said, would you please do that for me? And they said, okay, we'll do it. So anyway, I said, I want to be there when you take it out and examine it. So I was back there. They took it out, examined it under microscope, and the one technician called the other one over there, and then they called the boss over there, and they were talking Hebrew a mile a minute there for a little bit, and they looked at me and they said, Mr. Wyatt, this human blood only has 24 chromosomes in it. Everybody else has 46. You see 23 from your mother, 23 from your father, 22 autosomes from your mother, 22 autosomes from your father. You get an X from your mother, you may get an X or a Y from your father, all right? This blood had 23 chromosomes from the mother's side, one Y chromosome only. You see, a child could not have developed if they hadn't had the autosomes from the mother. So all of his physical characteristics were determined by his mother's side of the family, her autosomes. His maleness was determined by this one Y that came from the source, not a human male. Then they said, this blood is alive. And then they said, whose blood is this? I said, it's the blood of your Messiah.
If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.